Well, calls for the impeachment of Alejandro Mayorkas are growing this morning as the DHS chief cancels border wall contracts in Laredo and the Rio Grande Valley.
Yeah, sounds like a great idea. This as agents on the front lines have encountered more than 1 million illegals so far this year.
Fox News contributor and retired acting ICE director Tom Homan joins us now to react. Good morning, Tom. So 1 million so far this year, Tom. We talk so much about the Haitian migrants, and I think we should because there's another group, I think, amassing in Tijuana and other places. But there was a stat that was fascinating, Tom. It's like these Haitian migrant camps are coming in almost on a daily basis. They're not from Haiti. The number of Central Americans and Mexican illegal migrants, it's just astounding, Tom.
Exactly. And we got to remember, even though there's over 1 million encounters, let's remember there's over 350,000 gotaways, closer to 400,000. So these are 400,000 people that crossed the border, were not apprehended, are in this country illegally. We don't know how many had COVID. We don't know how many were public safety threats and criminals. We don't know how many gang members. And we certainly don't know how many were national security threats. Border Patrol's already arrested at least 11 people on the terrorist screening database. How many of that 400,000 would-be terrorists that enter this country without any encounter at all?
Tom, we know that the DHS has canceled or terminated the border wall contracts. We should note for our viewers, I think America needs to know that before that we were paying them $5 million a day to not build the wall. Now we finally terminated the contract. I want to read you the statement from the DHS and then get your reaction on the other side. They said, U.S. Customs and Border Protection intends to cancel the remaining border barrier contracts located in the Rio Grande Valley sector. The administration continues to call on Congress to cancel remaining border wall funding and instead fund smarter border security measures. What the heck is that? And what kind of credibility does the DHS have on these new smarter security measures?
First of all, the secretary has no credibility. He's an embarrassment to the position he holds. If he had any integrity at all, he resigned today because he is the Secretary of Homeland Security. One thing he needs to understand, we don't have national security, we don't have Homeland Security unless you have border security. I just discussed how vulnerable the southern border is. Now, if he took 5 minutes to look at the data that clearly shows every place they built a border barrier, every place, illegal migrations went down, illegal drug flow went down. That is security. The wall is something the Border Patrol has been asking for decades. This isn't President Trump's wall. This is America's wall. This is the tool the Border Patrol needs. And in spite of the crisis we're seeing, the highest number of illegal encounters we've seen in 2 decades, the Secretary's decision, let's take another tool away from the Border Patrol to make their job harder so there's even more gotaways. Look at where the crisis in Del Rio and Rio Grande Valley are right now. Where are those tens of thousands of people coming across? Where there isn't a wall. It doesn't take a border expert to understand walls work. Walls save lives. And this secretary should be ashamed of himself.
Well said. It's such a great point about walls. If you have it there, you're not getting illegality. But I got to ask you about one other story that was wall to wall. It's really emblematic of the media environment we live in right now. So you have all these migrants under a bridge in Del Rio. They don't know what to do with them. They eventually get rid of them. But because that was such a big, bad story for the administration, they made their focus about a supposed, which ultimately has proven to be a fake news story about whipping Border Patrol agents of Haitian migrants on horseback. You heard from the president to the vice president to the DHS secretary, this universal condemnation, this will be investigated quickly. We will get to the bottom of it. Well, despite vowing this probe, Tom, and speedy conclusion, they haven't wrapped it up yet. This investigation is not over. Why not?
Pete, you said it better than I could say it. You're exactly right. This is about changing the narrative, attacking the men and women who put their lives on the line for this country every day. It was shameful of the secretary, president, and vice president. Let me be clear. The investigation's over. I got my own sources in CBP. Right now, the White House and the department is trying to spin the narrative, spin the truth, because I've seen the video. I know the rules. I know the regulations. I know the policies. They did nothing wrong. All you got to do is look at the video. They were enforcing the law. Despite the illegal immigrants, the Haitians, committing a crime entering the United States, and they were trying to stop it. Despite the fact they ignored a federal officer's order, which is a felony, these officers did their job. The investigation's over. If it was a fair investigation, these officers did nothing wrong. Right now, the White House and the department is trying to spin. How are we going to spin this to American people? Because we called them racist. We said they're whipping people. We said they would pay. We can't be embarrassed. So right now, the whole spin machine is operating, and I'll be really surprised if this investigation comes out and say, okay, these guys are clear.
These poor guys. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Where do they go to get their reputation back? They've got the force of the administration, spin machine, and PR machine, really probably interfering with the truth.
They're waiting for the volume to be turned all the way down, just like it was with Nick Sandmann or any other fake story. They're waiting for the attention to go elsewhere, and then this will quietly be moved on.
Wow.
Absolutely.
But meanwhile, these guys are in limbo.
Yeah. And Tom, you've got the inside information. We really appreciate your insight this morning. Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.